Hello everyone and welcome to another review. And today I watched Shrek the musical. What year is it from? Like 2009? 2009 or 2008. Around that time. Before 2010. I know that one for sure. I'm pretty sure. 90% sure that's before 2010. Shrek the musical. I just like to let everyone know Ethan chose this movie, not me. Ethan was like, oh yeah, we could watch Shrek. I was like, I guess. I guess. That's gonna hurt though. I guess we can watch it though. And see, the reason I didn't want to watch it is because it just looks stupid. I don't know. Stop making musicals about like cartoons. It's like they never look good. They look stupid. I'm just thinking about the SpongeBob one came later, but that doesn't look. That just looks. It just looks completely hilariously funny. Because they're just taking these cartoon characters, putting them on like people, because they gotta be able to act. They're not just wearing like a whole, ooh, take a picture of SpongeBob, you know, like where they're just wearing a huge costume, they don't have any facial expressions. A puppet like that was awesome. Some loads of ching ching chong chong, and so it's just people dressed up as the characters, and so it looks a little,
Can I just say, that was incredible? Man, they were tripping over themselves to get away from you. You will be executed.
Yeah, it looks great. So yeah, that's the Shrek. Shrek doesn't look much better than SpongeBob.
I party on my own anyway, doing what I can with a one-man conga line. Yeah, your big, bright, beautiful world is all teddy bears and unicorns. Take your fluffy fun and shove it where the sun don't shine.
It just looks, it just looks like, wow. They're really worth making these if they're gonna look that bad? I guess they make money. I guess, and it's like, alright, I guess. But it's like, it was animated for a reason, guys. What do you bring with a musical? I don't know. It took, what was it, 25 million or 35 million? I think it was 25 million. I don't really know how much money that is. The Shrek movie probably took more, but that's still like a large amount of money. You just sort of go, where did the 25 million go? Into the costumes? I guess. What did this win, like a Tony Award for costumes? Alright, they don't look trash. I mean, like, this is the expensive version of the Shrek musical. Because it's on Broadway, it's the expensive version. Then they have other versions that go around the country. And well, it's like the expensive one didn't look that great. It looked sort of stupid. Imagine a cheaper version of it.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the daily races, going nowhere, going.
Yeah, those don't, they didn't, you just look up Shrek the musical and you see some of the other Shreks and you sort of go, wow, so that, the Shrek the musical on Broadway really was the best Shrek they could make. And even that looks goofy. And then these are just, I guess that is how 25 million. You can't spend 25 million on every other show, so here's like a knockoff Shrek that just looks goofy as heck.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Anyways, the story, I was barely paying attention. I couldn't, no, well, it was, I guess, I don't know. It's just Shrek again with some minor changes, because it's a play. It can't do anything cool, any of the cool set pieces. I haven't watched Shrek in forever. I don't really know what happens in Shrek. I can't really compare them. Are they worthy of being compared? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know what the original Shrek was like at all. No idea. So I'm just sort of going off what I remember. I remember there was a dragon. This one had a dragon.
Oh, I better get my recipe box!
Recipe box?
What's your name, pumpkin?
Oh, mommy!
Is that where the 25 million went? I don't know. Maybe 25 million is not that much. Like the Shrek costume itself costs like $1 million. And every other costume costs $1 million. Also, we're at 25 mil. Oh boy, let's put on this play. But anyways, it's a really, truly heartwarming love story. Even made me watch it for 2 hours. I guess you would want to get your ticket worth if you were going to go see this, but I don't know, 2 hours? I guess that's the length it's gotta be. But when it was halfway, I was like, oh, it's only halfway. You think I could get away with not watching it? You think Ethan would care if I just sort of sat here and made crap up? I don't think he'd care. I think he'd be fine with it. Whatever. I really don't have any opinions on the story. It's like, alright, yeah, that's the Shrek story. Cool. Had some funny moments, had some goofs, some gaffs, some laughs, a boof. Yeah, it was a good romp. Not really. I don't know. I'm just sort of like, whatever. I watched that. Screw that. I don't know how I feel about it at all. It's like, oh, that was a musical, but I wasn't actually in person watching it. I just watched it through TV screen, so I probably didn't even get the full effect, really. I didn't see it in person. I just watched a video of it. And it's a musical. I feel like that's part of what you go to a musical for. Is, you know, like, whoa, it's right there in front of me. It's real 3D. Yes, I'm just sitting on the couch, sitting in my chair going, oh, Shrek, you look a little wacky there, bud. Except, of course, I feel like people in musicals always look a little like, are you okay? And eventually you just stop and you just begin to ignore it and stop caring. You're like, yeah, that's just what Shrek looks like. That's okay. Also, I haven't watched Shrek in a while, right, as I said. Was Donkey that gay?
We know what I like about you, Shrek. You got that whole, I don't care what anybody thinks of me thing. I like that. I respect that, Shrek. You all right.
Is Donkey that gay?
I know, Duloc. You gotta let me show you the way because I am like a GPS with fur.
I'm not sure.
Punch Monkey! Fun, right?
I feel like maybe Chris Rock made him not as gay. Maybe he's saying some of the same stuff, but it doesn't sound like he wants to sex Shrek in the butt as much. But this donkey, 95% sure he's gay. But was the regular donkey gay? Is Donkey this gay? Was Donkey always this gay? I don't know. Am I gonna go back to see it in old Shrek? Probably not. I'm not some fancy reviewer working here for Cinema Sins or something. Yeah, probably Cinnamon. Everyone loves Cinema Sins. Hey, Cinnamon Sins, do one of the Shrek musical. I bet you can find a lot of wacky problems with this movie. I bet you can do it, Cinema Sins. Bet you can do it. Come on, Cinema Sins, do it.
Things are looking up here into luck.
Just take a look.
The things I'm cooking up here into luck.
He likes to cook.
A model that amazes, a plan with 7 phases.
Anyways, yeah, this, it is a musical. I think that's really, it's like, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think it made back its money. probably not. I guess it's already exists. But I don't know if I like that I watched it. I don't know. I guess I'm just talking about the costumes the whole time. 'Cause I don't know how to analyze a musical. How many musicals have I seen? One? This one? Well, I don't think. I haven't seen a Broadway musical in person, and I don't think I actually ever watched one. So I have nothing to go off here. It's like, was that good? I don't know. Let's just compare it to a movie. Yeah, probably not. It's sort of weird. I guess there's some good jams. You're like, oh wow, that's a great jam. That sounds real good. Wow. Like when they played I'm a Believer at the end.
Love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else, but not for me. Love was out to get me, that's the way it seems. Disappointment haunted all my dreams, and then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace. I'm down in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer if I try.
I can't believe I saw that. People in a Shrek musical singing, I'm a believer, if I try. That was probably what it made watching the movie worth it. That part when they sing I'm a believer, it's like, wow, alright. This was worth it. That 2 hours of my life was worth it to see people dressed up as the Shrek characters singing I'm a believer. Now back to analyzing the costumes for another 5 minutes, because that's all I can talk about. Do the SpongeBob costumes look good? No, not really. Did the Shrek costumes? No, not really. They made them. How, do you think that's good? I don't know. I don't know if the SpongeBob musical is any good. This one was like, it didn't enrage me as much as I thought it was going to, because I was just like, holy crap. This just looks like it's going to be pain to watch. And then it was like, I guess that wasn't pain. It was alright. But it did everything I thought a musical would be. You know, it was like, I don't know how much different it was from the movie, but it's like, it's the movie, but worse. But in person. But I didn't see it in person. I saw it on the TV screen, but with more songs. Maybe those are good. If you like songs. I'm also not a big fan of characters breaking out into song, but then maybe I am. Hey guys, we're splitting it right down the middle. I don't know if I like it or I hate it. This is Shrek the Musical. I don't know if I have an opinion on it whatsoever, because I'm not sure I can. What is my opinion? I don't know. Shrek the Musical. It was a fun romp, but Donkey's gayness was a little off-putting. It was like, what? Is Donkey gay? Is Donkey gay? I guess. Shrek musical. Yeah, I think they did the whole, it's a fire castle, except there was no fire. Like, it was like, this was like, at the time, one of the most expensive plays. And it's just like, I don't see it. Maybe it was. The costume. I'm just circling around over and over again, saying the same things. Because I don't know what else to talk about. I guess there were some good goofs. You just go, wow. That joke was alright.
I'm not gonna eat you. I just want to ask. This place is weird.
That makes the whole thing worth it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Shrek the Musical. It's also sort of weird that it's Shrek the Musical. I guess maybe it's like, fairy tales. But then they had to like try to make the characters look sort of like the characters in Shrek, so that maybe it had to look like Shrek. Maybe if they weren't like limited by making it look like Shrek, it wouldn't have looked so wacky and weird. But then again, you wouldn't be able to sell it as Shrek. It would just be some ogre movie, and nobody's gonna watch that. I wouldn't have watched it then. Then it would have just been nothing. It would have made even less money. Yeah, you want another 5 minutes of talking about the costumes? Let's do it. Wow, Shrek the musical. All right, well, everything else was just sort of like enjoyable. There's a weird line though, and the wolf says they called me a hot and tranny mess, I think is the line.
They tore my cotton granny dress and called me a hot and tranny mess. Sugar plum fair.
That's a weird one. They had him say I think that was the gag in the movie though too, right? Maybe it's just sort of like kids watching this. I guess that's one of the classic adult jokes. There's a little, that's a little weird. Thanks for that line, Shrek. Never get that edgy again, eh? Never get that edgy. Oh no, they also do the that's had a dick joke.
It's a bit much, isn't it? Do you think he might be compensating for something?
Hey, he has a big castle. You think he's compensating for something? I don't know. That's a good one though, Shrek. Yeah, so I think that's a classic staple of Shrek though. Adult jokes, you know, edgy jokes mixed in with the family-friendly romps. That's a steak Shrek. That's a Shrek staple. It's not Shrek if you don't have dick jokes, alright? It's not Shrek if there's no dick jokes. There's no dick jokes, it's not Shrek. So you better, if they had those, it's Shrek. Very Shrek indeed. I was not really, connecting my mind to any of the things happening on screen. But that was the plot. I don't know, how similar is this to the plot of the movie? I have no idea. I was just sort of like, oh, that's a Shrek thing. What's this? I mean, I don't know at all, actually. They had the classic bird blowing up, princess blowing up the bird. That was good. Also, they had this person doing the voice for Gingy, right? Like a puppet. Could they not find a good ventriloquist? They had someone doing Gingy, right, as a puppet. Like he's holding him right here, right? You know, it's like a puppet gag. But why didn't they have like a person who could ventriloquist? One of those puppet guys, you know, they can talk without moving their mouth. How come they didn't have one of those doing it? Because you could clearly see her moving her mouth.
Spend our whole lives wishing we weren't so freaking strange. They made us feel that way.
I mean, but that's not like that's part of the music, all right. You being able to see how they're doing things, like Lord Farquaad. That's just some dude on his knees. Actually, I'm not quite so sure. All I know is that his center of gravity was way off for where his legs were. His legs were out in front, and they looked to me like they were filled with cotton. And then there was he had a cape, and I'm pretty sure the dude was hiding behind the cape. I don't know if he was like crouched down or on his knees.
The upshot is enormous when you can shout.
You could see him stand up every now and then, and it's like, you know what, that was an okay factor. It's like, wow, that doesn't look half bad. I sort of want to see how they did it now on the low budget ones that they sent around. The ones that weren't on Broadway. Shrek didn't look great. Let's see how Lord Farquaad looks. I assume they probably just got a small person to do them then. Or they just said, he's not short anymore. Not short anymore, he's just a normal guy. I don't get why they couldn't just get someone to do Gingy who could do it without moving their mouth. That's what I don't get. Anyways, This was Shrek the musical. Shrek the musical. One for all ages. I feel like it probably was way better in person though. Just watching it on the screen is sort of like, it's not really a good, it's not really a movie or anything, I guess. There's some musical numbers, I don't know. I'm really just like, that's a thing. Just like the last one more, but yeah, I would rate this about as good as the last one. Charlie Brown, Run for Your Life, Charlie Brown. It's probably about as good as that. I think. I don't know. They're different. They're different. But my enjoyment, probably the same. Probably. I don't know. I just have no opinion on it at all. It didn't enrage me. It didn't inspire me. It just left me going, that's what I thought Shrek the Musical would be like. And it's alright. A little fun. Actually, no, I'm sort of warming up to it. Probably could have been a fun ride if you were there. On screen, probably lost some of its magic, but still a goof. Laugh and laugh and a romp. It's an alright adventure. But I also don't want to watch it again. Should you watch it? If you like Shrek, yeah. If you like musicals, yeah, I guess. If you like either of those Shrek or musicals, watch it, I guess. I don't know how good musicals usually are. Like, maybe don't listen to me on that topic, but if you like Shrek, watch it. More Shrek content. But you've probably already seen it. That was obvious. I would recommend it. You gotta watch it. It's a recommend for me. Last one wasn't a recommend, this one was a recommend. Why? I don't know. It wasn't all. Maybe don't watch the whole thing. Just maybe watch a little bit and go, yeah, that was fun. That's what I say. Watch a little bit of it and say that's fun. Well, that was a review. Terrible one. But a review. Shrek.